Hey, I'm in the furnace room. When the light is off and the door is closed, it's dark and hot and musty. And the reading today is about staying out of that spiritual place. This is Wondrous Encounters with Richard Rohr. 25th of March. This is entitled, Who is in the Fiery Furnace and Who is Not? Our readings today are in Daniel and Matthew. Daniel 3:25, then 34 to 43. Matthew 18:21 to 35. Our first reading today is from the book of Daniel. It's a prayer of one of three people in the fiery furnace. His name is Azariah, which means God helps, and surely represents the desperate but fervent praying that would characterize anyone walking around in the flames of a fiery furnace. He appeals to God to keep his part of the covenantal relationship, with all of the proper humility, confession of sin, and pleading for mercy that might be expected. He asks Yahweh to operate from God's better, even best instincts, and ensures Yahweh that they will do the same and follow you with our whole heart from now on. A good prayer that tells us about what we can expect from the God of Israel. They are in the furnace, but the fire did not touch them or cause them any pain. The theme develops further in this allegorical gospel story. It's found only in Matthew. It is often called the parable of the unforgiving debtor, which describes it rather well. As with so many parables, the opening question and the closing one reveal the major point. It begins with Peter asking, "How many times must I forgive my brother or sister?" And Jesus answers that you must forgive them 70 times 7. In the in-between story, the master is moved with pity and has canceled the entire debt of a servant, which would have amounted to around $9 million in today's currency. The parable ends with the invitational one-liner, "Each of you must forgive your brother or sister from the heart." This is what the master, or God, has done. The greedy and selfish debtor, who is owed a mere $15, throttles his fellow servant, ignores his attempts and promises, and throws him into prison as if that is going to help. And in his attempt to imprison the other, he ends up being tortured and imprisoned himself. This is a classic Middle Eastern wisdom story. It is both a gracious statement about what we can always expect from God and an honest warning about how any refusal to forgive actually destroys and imprisons the very one who refuses. Sorry, it's a little dusty in here. I'm going to read this again. It is both a gracious statement about what we can always expect from God and an honest warning about how any refusal to forgive actually destroys and imprisons the very one who refuses. Jesus invites all of us into this rather easy to understand story of God's nonsensical loving from the heart, which is the final staccato phrase. The connection I make between the two readings is that praying to forgive serious injuries is like praying while burning in a fiery furnace. And if you do not pray to be released from your unforgiving heart, you will indeed keep burning. Sometimes only God can release you from such a furnace. Here's some excerpts. Daniel 3:42 and 43. Do not let us be put to shame, but deal with us in your kindness and your great mercy. Deliver us by your wonders, and thus bring glory to your own name. And in Matthew 18:33, should you have not dealt mercifully with your fellow servant just as I dealt with you? Consider this. God of compassion, mother and father of all mercies, do not let us shame ourselves or the wonder of your name by living outside of the wondrous loop of your forgiveness and mercy. Amen. Get out of this furnace. I'll see you tomorrow.